Hey, what's going on, guys? I had a request to take a look at Vechain. Somebody's wondering where the support levels are, so yeah, let's take a look on the weekly time frame, and the ticker for this is VET. All right, so in the last video I did, I pointed out that we were approaching a very significant level of resistance right around here. Well, actually, the resistance level started right here and then all the way up to the top of this box. And of course, this downsloping level of resistance, which is drawn from the wicks. And this is a perfect example of why I don't just get overly excited at the first sign of a breakout, because if I change the chart to this one, you'll see, actually, I'm going to take this to the weekly time frame. You see here with the trend line drawn from the candle bodies, it appeared as though we had broken out. But back over here, drawn from the wicks, no breakout just yet. Okay, so the key resistance and where we got rejected right now is around 0.03880. And if you want to draw this on your chart, which I highly recommend you do, just take a horizontal trend line tool and paste it right below these candle bodies right here. And if I look to the right, you'll see as we retrace, this is where we wicked off of and got the bounce to the upside. So a lot of price history right at this level, and of course, as the price approached it from underneath, this former level of support is now the resistance. Okay, so zooming in, you'll see that we came exactly to this level. So if you had watched my last video when you decided to enter a short with a stop loss above here, well, you probably made a pretty good profit, so congratulations. I did not short this, because in the bull market, I'm just using these resistance levels as areas to scale out of my position and take profit. And then what I do is I just try to rebuy on the retracements, okay? So the question is now, where would be a good time to get in? Where is the support, as the subscriber asked, okay? So to identify regions of support, the first thing you should do is look left and just base it off the price action, okay? So we have this region right here based on the top of these candle bodies, and we've already penetrated that. So no go on that. You see this level would have made sense, the top of these candle bodies, which is where we had the wick right here. But this candle, while it has not closed yet, it's possible that the buyers come in and defend this level and then this just ends up being a wick. But as of right now, it's not looking too good, okay? And that's around 0.03220. Okay, the next level, I'll take a horizontal ray and I'll paste it right at the top of these candle bodies right here. And you'll see that's exactly where we are right now. So we currently came down to the next potential support level and we got a little bit of buying pressure off of it. So let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, this is the next level that buyers are trying to defend. So keep an eye on that. Style this back out to the weekly time frame. Now, in addition to looking to price to identify potential levels of support, another thing you can do is use the Fibonacci retracement. So looking at this, the first fib I'll pull is going to be based on this low here, and I'll drag it up to the top. And that's going to give us these retracement levels. And the first retracement level here, the 382, is around 0.02679. And if I look left, that does line up with the price action, okay? So I'll take a horizontal ray and I'll just mark it right over the 382. Let's do it right there. And you'll see this level was resistance right here, resistance right here, resistance right here. So this is the first time we have confluence with both the Fibonacci retracement and the price action. Okay, so that's a level to look to. Now, instead of running the Fibonacci from there, I'm going to move it up slightly. And I assume some traders are going to pull from here. That means we are currently at the 382. You see the candle body slightly above it. So potential support region, as I mentioned, where we are, all the way down to this 0.2857 region. But I would say it's more likely that traders are going to pull from the start of the up move down here, which would make this 382 level a little bit more probable, okay? So nobody really knows where support's really going to kick in. All we can do is just look at the levels, and then we can see how the price responds as it gets there, right? Or what you could do if you're bullish on Vechain, and I'm going to give you a reason why to be bullish. Actually, I'll show you in the last video, and actually the last about 5 videos I've been doing on Vechain, I pointed this out. Okay, I switched the chart, and I'm going to take it to the monthly time frame. And this right here, this channel that we were in on the monthly time frame, you'll see this green line here. I'll zoom in for you. This green line here was serving as resistance dating all the way back here to July of 2022. You see, for example, throughout the month, we would trade well above it, but by the time this candle closed, seller stepped in, sold off, and the candle body closed back below this top line of the channel. Same story down here at the lower region of the channel. We would sell well below, but by the time the candle closed, buyer stepped in, defended the level, and the candle body closed above. So this right here was the key channel. This was the key range on Vechain. And if you look at how this candle closed, this is the first time in approximately a year and a half where we have a candle body closing above this green line, okay? 0.02728 approximately was the level to break. And this is a very, very bullish close on the monthly time frames. So because we have broken out of this long-term consolidation range, I am quite bullish on Vechain. So I do want to look for longs, okay? So I'm going to change it back to this time frame. So looking for the entry, what could be done if you wanted to build a position is you could just buy based on the different levels, because right now we are currently at a support level. So there's no guarantee that we're going to fall back down to the 382 right here, right? So just take it to the smaller time frame and just watch how these candles form. And if you start seeing signs of a reversal, if we start changing trend on these lower time frames, then maybe this support level is going to hold, right? So it might be a good idea to start building a position here. I definitely would not recommend using a lot of leverage right here, because buying at the first major level of support is quite risky. And then what you can do if we break down further is you could just add to your position here. Now, one thing I want to point out, the top line of this channel right here, it is around 0.02726 approximately, okay? And as you know from watching this channel or just trading in general, this is pretty much lesson one. When you break through a strong level of resistance, more often than not, the price will come back down and retest it. Okay, so knowing that, you may consider adding to your position if the price does make it down here for a retest. Okay, so no guarantee it gets there, but if it does, I would look to that as a potential turnaround point. All right, and that's not at all far off from the levels that I had just drawn on this chart. As I mentioned, we are currently at a support, but the next drop down from here is going to be just under that 0.027 at 0.02685. So I would consider accumulating around this region. We just have a lot of confluence around here. Again, also with that broken resistance level on the monthly time frame that I just showed you. Now, alternatively, you may find trying to catch a falling knife a little bit too risky. In that case, I would just suggest waiting for a break of this downsloping level of resistance. You can wait for a break and retest and then buy around here. That way, these obstacles are going to be cleared out, and yeah, you're going to have a much higher probability trade where you don't have to risk a major drawdown. All right, so that's just a quick update on Vechain. Other than that, I would definitely recommend that you kind of like replicate these levels that I have drawn on my chart here. So first thing you probably want to draw is this upsloping level of long-term support. So just take a trend line, initiate it from right here. So you see it was resistance here, resistance here. We broke above, came back below, and this is where we got support. And then we had this huge move to the upside. And then zooming in here, I'll get rid of this Fibonacci right here. It's kind of messing everything up. And then this trend line was support here and again right here. So if, you know, Vechain does collapse all the way back down, this is going to be your kind of last line of resistance. However, I don't think that's going to happen. Now, another key level to draw in your chart is going to be right here, this horizontal line. And you can just identify the top of these candle bodies right here and just paste it right there. So resistance, and then you'll see this level was support all throughout here, support here as well. So, you know, if the price does kind of like cut through these levels, if the whole market continues to head down right around here at around 0.02196, that's going to be a key buying opportunity. However, as I just showed you on the monthly time frame, I don't really foresee us heading back down into that channel. And if we do, I think it's just going to end up being a wick. So maybe a wick down through here with a candle body close above. I do think that just given the timeline, how close we are to the Bitcoin halving, how long we've been in this consolidation phase for, and we're just finally breaking out, I don't see us falling back into this channel and then being stuck here again for a significant amount of time. I think this is the key break that I was waiting for. All right, so back to this chart, and just to sum it up, this is the key level of resistance, this range. If you want to play it safe, just wait for the break and a retest, and then you can enter right here. But keep in mind that if you do that, the price is going to be about 50, maybe 50 to 80% more expensive by the time you get in. Alternatively, just watch how the price reacts around these potential support levels. And maybe if this is a coin you want to be in, just start building your position. All right, couple more things. If you're not subscribed and you want to get notified when I release these videos, click subscribe, click the bell, click on all. The market's getting a little bit more exciting now, so you definitely want to make sure you have that notification bell on. That way you're going to be one of the first people to see the new videos when they drop. Also, if you want a place to trade Vechain and pretty much any of the other coins I talk about on this channel, I put a link to 3 different exchanges in both the pinned comment and the description. And if you use those links, you're going to get sign-up bonuses. Okay, so I should also mention that out of those 3 exchanges, there's only one of them that's not going to require you to go through a KYC process. If you don't care about doing KYC, then both OKX and Bitget are pretty good. However, if you don't want to submit your personal information, you don't really have that many options right now in terms of centralized exchanges that are nice to use. But BingX is one of them, right? So that's the one I'll link at the top. That one will not require you to submit any of your personal information to either deposit, withdraw, or trade. For now, anyway. All right. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, smash the like button and take care. Have a good day. Bye.